So in engineering applications we use materials. Okay, so in the engineering applications there is no such a metal it will be reaching all the ideal properties. Okay, so in engineering applications we need materials, it should meet all the requirements. So okay, for the engineering applications we need corrosion resistance. Okay, the metal should be resistance to the corrosion and which have the property of wear resistance, abrasion resistance, which have the property of solderability, electrical property, thermal property. Okay, and it should be hard. So in this world no such a single metal have all these required properties in a single metal. Okay, what we need? We need a ideal metal which will exhibit the all these properties such as corrosion resistance, wear resistance, impact resistance, thermal resistance, and which will be more brightness and solder ability and many more. So no single metal which will exhibit the all these required properties. So what they have done? So they have done a concept of metal finishing. So the metal finishing is, what is the definition of metal finishing? It is a process of modifying the surface properties of metal by the deposition of another metal on its surface by the formation of an oxide film. Okay, so here what we have to need? We have to consider a metal, we have to modify the surface property of a metal by the deposition of another metal. By the deposition of another metal we can modify the surface property of a metal or polymer or any non-conducting surfaces also. So what is the definition? Try to understand the definition of metal finishing. Metal finishing is the process of modifying the surface property of a metal by the deposition of another metal over on it. So which includes the lacking property of a metal. If on iron surface if we deposit a chromium metal means which increases the corrosion resistance of a metal. Okay. So for example, I will take example for metal finishing is deposition of copper metal on plastic. Okay, so I have an plastic sheet. Is it a good conductor or bad conductor of electricity? Plastic or polymer is a good conductor or bad conductor of electricity?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is a bad conductor of electricity. Okay, what I will do on plastic sheet, I will coat with what? Copper metal. I will modify the surface property of plastic sheet by depositing what? Copper metal. So copper is a good conductor or bad conductor of electricity?
Good conductors.
Yes, copper is a good conductor of electricity. So we have modified the surface property of plastic sheet by depositing what? On its another metal. Another metal is a good conductor of electricity, that is copper. So on its surface only the electricity will pass. It is conducting on the surface of the plastic sheet only. Okay, so here we have seen this example. Plastic coated on copper means your remote control. TV remote control on this, on plastic sheet on plastic board, it is coated with copper metal. Okay, I will take another example. What is that? Deposition of deposition of chromium on iron. So here we all know that iron is easily undergoes corrosion. Okay, we need to control the corrosion of iron. Means we have to deposit chromium metal on the iron surface. Deposition of chromium metal on the iron surface, which increases the corrosion resistance of that iron metal. So easily then that this iron metal will not undergo corrosion, and also which imparts the brightness or shining to the iron metal. Okay, so we have modified the lacking properties of a metal is called as metal finishing. We have modified the surface property of a plastic sheet by depositing another metal, that is copper metal. So then on its surface only the more electrical conductivity will be there. Same way, by the deposition of chromium metal on iron surface, which increases the corrosion resistance of the metal and which gives the high mechanical strength to the iron metal, and which also shines the iron metal. Brightness will also increases on the iron metal. So what is meant by metal finishing? It is the modifying the surface property of a metal by the deposition of another metal. We can deposit another metal also, another polymer also, another composite also. Okay, here on which metal or on which board or non-conducting surface we will deposit the another metal. So here the base metal is called as substrate. On which metal or alloy or polymer or ceramics we are going to deposit another metal. So here the base is called as what? Substrate. So in the above example, see, this one is a example for metal finishing. Here you see which one is we call it as substrate. Deposition of copper on plastic. So in this case, which one is acting as a substrate?
Plastic.
Yes, plastic sheet is acting as a substrate. We call it as a substrate or article or object. Here substrate may be a conductor or a semiconductor or non-conductor also. The substrate may be a metal or alloy or polymer or ceramic. Okay, so on. We can coat it on any other non-conductor or insulator also. Okay, so in this case, deposition of chromium on iron means, so here which one is acting as a substrate? Iron is acting as a substrate. Okay, understood this concept of metal finishing. Metal finishing means just the modifying the surface property. How we will modify? By the deposition of another metal on the substrate over it. Okay, then we will discuss what are the objectives or what are the technological importance of metal finishing. Why we need this metal finishing process, and for engineering, why it is important. For engineering applications, why this technological importance is important, or the objectives of the metal finishing is important. So one by one we will discuss on it. Okay, we can't imagine in modern technologies without metal finishing. So in all the applications there is a importance of metal finishing will be there. So if you consider a modern technologies like computer, TV and your mobile phone, in all the cases metal finishing will be there. Okay, so one by one we will discuss on the technological importance or the objectives of metal finishing. The first one is to increase the corrosion resistance. The first one, technological importance, is to increase the corrosion resistance. So some of the metals will not have that much of resistance towards the corrosion. Okay, say for example iron. So you all know about the iron. If iron will contact with atmospheric oxygen, means easily it will undergo corrosion. So what we have to do to control the corrosion of iron? In galvanization, we have deposit the zinc metal on the iron surface. Okay, what that zinc metal will give? It increases the corrosion resistance by depositing zinc metal. And in case of cathode tinning process, we can deposit the tin on the iron surface. And also some of the cases, chromium. Earlier we have discussed chromium depositing on the iron surface, which increases the corrosion resistance of the metal. So here lacking property of iron is what? The lacking property is resistance towards corrosion. How we have increased that? By depositing zinc, tin or chromium, which not only increases the corrosion, which imparts the high mechanical strength, which after depositing the zinc on the iron sheet, that metal will be hardened, and also which imparts the shining and brightness to the iron metal. Okay, so this one is the main objective of the metal finishing. What is this? Corrosion. It increases the corrosion resistance. So next one is the to improve wear resistance, or we can call it as abrasion resistance. Abrasion resistance. Some of the metals will be smooth. Some of the metals will be smooth if the usage of rough surface. If we use it by hard and roughly, means it will easily broken. The metals will be easily broken. So what we have to do? We have to deposit by another metal, so that which increases the abrasion resistance and wear resistance, so that the metal will be hardened, and which increases the mechanical strength of those metals. If usage of in a rough and hard way, means that metal will be easily broken. So what we have to do? We have to deposit by another metal, another hard metal, so that which will increases the abrasion resistance, wear resistance and solder ability. So solder ability means some of the metals, say for example your home gate is made up of iron. It is broken, means so the soldering is done by lead. If lead and this iron is not that much of solder ability, means we have to coat it with another metal, so that which increases the solder ability of the two metals. This is made up of copper and this is made up of iron. We should contact both these copper and iron with another metal, means so this one has those two metals, we should have the more solder ability. So which increases the by depositing another metal, which increases the solder ability, wear resistance and abrasion resistance. Okay, and the third and main objective of the metal finishing is so to impart means to give, to provide electrical and thermal conducting surface. As I already discussed, insulators like plastic or polymer or ceramics, it will not conduct the electricity and thermal conducting surface. By depositing what? Another metal on its surface, which increases both electrical and thermal property. Okay, so by depositing the another metal over the substrate, which increases the electrical and thermal conducting surface, we can make insulator as conductor in some of the cases by depositing another metal. Okay, the next one is to impart thermal resistance and hardness. Some of the metals by the high thermal incidence which will easily breaks. Okay, so by the high melting point or the high thermal conductivity, some of the metal will easily breaks. Tearing and wearing is more in some of the metal. So what we have to do, by depositing the another strong metal over the base metal over the substrate, which increases the thermal resistance of the metal and which gives the high mechanical strength. Okay, the fourth one is the main important is to increase the thermal resistance and hardness or mechanical strength to the metal. And the next one is to offer reflectivity. Some of the metals which looks very dull in nature. So what we have to do, we have to deposit by the shining metals. Say for example, chromium depositing on iron metal. Chromium depositing on iron metal, so which looks brightens and more shiny. So that's why all these car bumpers and naming plates are all coated with chromium. Okay, and just if any iron metal is there means it looks very dull, it will not be shiny. Say for example, for all the keys also, your keys, this coating is made up of chromium, which gives what? Shining property to the metal surface. I think you have seen our on gate, Navodaya Institute of Technology, Bizingera Road, a naming will be there. Okay, that metal is iron that is coated with chromium, so which gives optical reflectivity. Some of the metals which have the more reflecting property. Okay, if sunlight falls on that metal means which will reflect back, so that which increases the shining or brightness to that metal. So here in this case, in most of the cases, zinc or chromium will be coated on iron metal surface, so which gives the more importance to the metal finishing to that iron metal. Okay, the last one is in metal finishing. It will be used in the electrical and electronic components. So to manufacture PCBs and capacitors. PCBs means printed circuit boards, and capacitors to the manufacture of electrical and electronic components. This metal finishing plays an important role. Okay, so this is all about the technological importance. Why we need metal finishing, why we have to do this metal finishing to the metal. Okay, understood this concept? Yes, Afsha Noorin, understood?
Yes, sir.
So next, how we will do this metal finishing. So metal finishing, we can do it by two methods. So one is what? Electroplating. One is called as electroplating and another one is called as electroless plating. We can modify the surface property of a metal by two processes. One is called as electroplating process and another one is called as electroless plating. Okay, so in the name itself it is there, electroplating. We can deposit the another metal over the substrate by the usage of power supply or by usage of electric current. By the external aid of electric current, we can deposit the any metal over the substrate is called as electroplating process. Without the use of electric current, if we deposit any metal on the substrate, means this is called as electroless plating. Okay, we will discuss it in later, these electroplating and electroless plating. Before going to the principles or factors affecting the electroplating process, we will discuss in brief what is this electroplating. Electroplating. So electroplating involves what? Electrolysis. Electroplating involves what? Electrolysis. Here we need an electrolytic bath. Okay, here we need electrolytic bath. Say for example, I am depositing copper metal over any substrate. I am depositing copper metal on any substrate. It may be a metal or non-conductor or any insulator. Okay, so here for the electroplating process we need, it involves the electrolysis reaction. Okay, electrolysis reaction means here for the electrolysis we need anode and cathode, right? And a conducting solution. Here conducting solution means a metal ionic solution. Metal ionic solution. See this example, copper metal over any substrate. Here which metal ionic solution I have to take? I am coating copper on the substrate. Which metallic solution I have to consider here? Anyone? Someone murmured. Which metallic solution? Bushra Afrin is there. Which metallic ionic solution we have to take? My principle is I want to coat, yes, copper ionic solution. So it may be a copper sulfate or copper chloride. So for example, I will take copper sulfate solution as an electrolyte. What is the role of electrolyte? Which conducts the ions through it. For the electroplating process, it is anode. This one is a cathode. Okay. Now we are supplying the external electric current. Which terminal is connected to anode and which one will be cathode? Positive terminal is connected to, here which one is positive, which one is negative? You tell me. Yes? Which one will be positive, which one will be negative? This is a galvanic cell or electrolytic cell? Don't simply watch like a movie. Hmm? Answer me. Anode is connected to which terminal? Cathode is connected to which terminal? Suprita? Diksha? ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಏನು? ಯಾ ನಸೀಹ ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ.
Anode is negative, cathode is positive.
No.
Sir, it's in galvanic cell
Anode is,
opposite.
yes, anode is
It's in
positive terminal.
positive.
Yes, cathode is negative terminal. Okay, I will tell you in galvanic cell why the anode will be negative. Okay, in a galvanic cell it is connected to negative terminal of the negative, it is will be negative, and cathode will be positive. Why? Because anode is undergoing oxidation and is liberating what? Electrons. Okay, so these electrons will move across the anode, so that's why it is a negative terminal. It is made up, it is only negative charges are moving, so that's why it is negative terminal, and this one is a positive. Here we are supplying the current from the battery or the external power supply. So here it is acting as positive, and this one is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. Okay, understood this concept? In galvanic cell, anode is negative, cathode is positive. In electrolytic cell, anode is positive, cathode is negative. Okay, so first what we have to do? We have to take the electrolytic solution. So electrolytic solution is what? Metal ionic solution. Which metal we want to coat, that salt we should take. For example, copper I want to coat means I have to take copper salt. Either it may be a copper chloride or copper sulfate solution, depending on the nature of the other electron. Okay, so here anode is sometimes same metal which we want to coat, that one we have to taken as anode. Say for example, in this case copper is taking as anode. Copper we have to take it as anode. In some of the cases some limitations will be there. So in such cases we will not take the same metal which we want to coat. Instead of, we will take the inert metals like platinum. Okay, anode it will be in that cases inert metals like platinum. Okay, and only metal ionic solution will be there. In this case copper is acting as anode and metal ionic solution will be salt of that metal, copper solution. So in this case which one is acting as cathode means on which metal we want to coat. This one is a substrate on which metal we want to coat. Either it may be a metal or alloy or insulator also. Say for example, it may be a plastic sheet also, plastic card also. Okay, so here I will switch on the battery and electric supply will continues. So what happens here? Anodic reaction will be metal is undergoing oxidation to give metal ions and liberating electrons. Okay, in the cathodic case what is happening? Reduction reaction. These metal ions across these here copper ions will be there, so which is accepting the electrons and depositing as copper metal. Here all copper in atomic state it will deposit. Okay, metal ions, it is accepting the electrons and depositing as metal atom. Here in this case, copper metal atom will be deposit on the substrate material. Okay, so here copper metal will be deposit on the substrate metal. Here, so there is a reduction of copper ions at the vicinity, at the nearby cathodic surface. Why? There will be a reduce in the concentration of metal ion, means which is accepting the electrons and which is depositing. So this anode will be decreasing. The thickness of the anode is decreasing because it is dissolving as copper ions. So which decreases the thickness of the copper metal. Anode is decreasing and on the cathodic surface a thin coating of copper metal is depositing. So this is a process of electroplating. You have to understand this one. Which one we have to consider as a electrolytic bath, which one we have to take it as anode, and in all the cases electroplating and electrolysis plating, cathode will be substrate on which metal we want to coat, that one is acting as the cathodic surface. Understood this one? So this one is, in this class we have discussed about the definition of the metal finishing and the example and what are the objectives and what are the technological importance of metal finishing. Why we have to do metal finishing to the metal, and we have discussed the types of metal finishing process. There are two types, electroplating and electrolysis plating, and I have given brief about the electroplating process. Okay, so in the next class we will discuss about the what are the factors, what are the principles which governs this electroplating. Okay, what are the consideration we have to take it. Understood this now? In this class, tomorrow we will discuss the factors. Okay. Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.